Welcome to the ListedKit Roundtable. If you're new here, ListedKit is a transaction management tool where Ava, our AI assistant, helps you close more deals, keeps you better about communication, and automatically reads your contracts, builds your timelines, and pulls in any important information from your inbox into a system that actually gets what's going on. We have a lovely community of people here already chatting with us, and I can see that everyone can see my screen. So I'm going to jump right in and talk to you guys about rules. So first, we released rules pretty recently. I just want to walk you through how it works and what you can do with it. We've heard from a lot of our users, hey, Karan, for my business, my contracts, my emails, I want things to be done a certain way. And before, we used to tweak how Ava would work for everybody for those specific cases, and it started getting a little complicated. So instead, we decided to go with why don't you just tell us or tell Ava directly, and then she'll follow your rules as you go. We've started with email, intake, compliance, and calendar. Those are the four categories that we've heard the most, where email rules already existed before. And if you've already used it, your old rules should still be in there that you can go in and tweak. Email rules is the rules Ava follows when she's drafting emails for you or across the board. Highly recommend. I think the most common one I've gotten is I need to BCC my broker on every email. Put that in here. Ava will follow it. If you have any additional, have a nice days you want to put in there, put them in your email rules. And then when Ava's drafting, she should follow those rules along with your template, or if you're just having her draft an email. I think the biggest one that a lot of people have been asking for so long, so happy to bring it now. Intake rules, not just the delete button that, if you delete a deadline or something and you tell her not to pull it, but actually how she should follow the intake for you. So in my example here, I've written out, Ava, for my timeline, only pull these 4 dates. I don't want you to pull in any other dates. I've also added a rule called where it writes out, I typically upload an intake form with additional information. Please pull that in. And now in the intake, when I pull contracts in, Ava only pulls these 4 deadlines, and she's reading my intake form with a bit more priority. I will say the part to be aware of, especially for intake, is making sure your rules don't conflict. I'm actually just noticing here that I've told her only to pull 4 deadlines, but I didn't specify that in my intake form if there's a date to pull that in. I should have, so that there's more clarity on like what dates to pull and what not. So I recommend tweaking these a bit, trying them out to see how well she's building your timeline, pulling your details with these rules so that she's actually calculating deadlines properly. You can tell her only, like don't pull any property descriptions or anything like that. You can put those rules in and try out your intake. It should do a lot better now. For compliance, we've heard the number one thing is in our state, the addenda don't require signatures on every page. Ava, stop bothering me in my compliance scans about that. So there you go. Put a line in and Ava will do it for you. If you don't need it, don't put it in. We're giving you guys the flexibility on how you want to train Ava and set her up in the rules section. This rules section, by the way, is just in your settings. Go in there, put them in. Lastly, calendar rules. I know some of you want specific colors for specific things. In my example, I asked Ava to make calendar events red when representing the buyer, blue and on the listing side, and green if I'm representing both. So when you look at your calendar, it doesn't all look like the same color. You can actually prioritize kind of what works for you. So hopefully these rules help. And I would love if you guys could do two things for us. One, tell us what other rules we're missing. Karan, I wish I could just tell Ava in this thing what she should do, and we can add more sections in. Two, if you figured out some cool rules, tips, and tricks, please share them with us so we can share them with the rest of the community so everyone can benefit from using these rules. Yeah. Does anyone have any questions about rules? If you don't, you can also say no, so I know you've understood. That would help. But yeah, if you have any questions about rules, that would be, I can answer them right now. Nope. Yeah, Karita, what you mentioned is a good way. And we actually took that concept of putting pre-baked kind of instructions into our next feature. So thank you guys for saying no. Glad you understood. Please try it out. Let us know if it works well for you. Teresa says, for those of us that are multi-state, do we? Yes, actually, this is a very good place to put in this state do this, in that state do this. If you run into the issue of you're hitting your character limit, Teresa, let us know. We can rework how much space we give you to write the rules out. But yeah, this is a great place to say in CA, do this, in Nevada, do this, and see how that works. Cool. So the next feature I want to talk to you about is commands. This is exactly what Karita was talking about. If you have a repetitive, like long prompt that you give to Ava, I even know some of our users have a Google Doc with all your prompts just written out that you copy paste into Ava. I'm sorry you had to do that. If you have, this is commands for you. You can essentially set up a command where you name it whatever you want. For example, /draft intro email, and then give Ava the instructions in the command. Then when you're in the chat, you just type / and pick your command, and then Ava will do all the multi-step actions you want to do. ListedKit by default now comes with 4 basic starter commands: draft intro email, check inbox, sync calendar, analyze document. They're pretty self-explanatory. Those will all be in your account for you guys to use off the bat. But you can go in, just click create your first command, and create custom commands that you do just for yourself. I have some examples here. Closing prep. We're approaching closing. Apply my closing checklist. And inspection delayed. Missing docs. Open deal. Yeah, Korea, you should be able to say like draft. Open deals. The open deal command. You should be able to tell Ava, draft all the auto emails I have set due for today, and she should draft them all at once. But yeah, commands let you kind of templatize those bulk action kind of work that you do. I also do know that some of our users have templates kind of as like buckets, inspection delayed, like I have here, or closing tasks that aren't, just part of a big checklist. So you can see how with inspection delayed, Ava will pull in the delayed template, push the related deadlines, draft an email. You can do all of that as one pre-baked command. I think open deal will be the most useful for you guys because you all have different workflows now, kind of with how Ava starts the deal. So it would be cool if you go in and just make your own open deal and see how well she does. Again, here, if you guys come up with some cool commands that help you, please let us know so we can share it with the rest of the community. We even may take some of yours and make them default commands that everybody gets if you want to do that. So yeah, let us know and we can make them happen. And then yeah, I just as an example here in the chat did / and you can see all your commands pop up. And then I called missing docs. And then what's cool is the command gets written out into the chat before you send it. So in case you want to still tweak it further for this deal, you can just tweak it and then hit send. And then Ava will list the missing docs like I asked her to here. So yeah, that's how commands works. Pretty simple. Excited to see how everyone starts using commands. Next, I want to talk to you guys about, let's see, do I have a question? Praise is answering that. I want to talk to you about a kind of a secret feature. It's not intended to be secret, but a lot of people don't know about it. Let's say this auto email is due later and not right now, but you want it to draft now. Or let's just say you want Ava to work on something or specifically look at something. You can take a task and drag it into the chat like that. And now it's in Ava's context to specifically work on. This works for deadlines. This works for details. That's why they all look like cards, because you can drag and drop them into the chat. And you can just basically drag and drop different things and say, Ava, like, this is what I want you to do with these things, and teach her or just tell her what to do. And she should do them as she used to before, but you don't have to like give the context as much anymore. So you can be more specific by dragging and dropping things into the chat. Just to show you again, when I hover over anything, I have the little hand symbol. I just click, drag, drop. We're good to go. Ava now has it in her context specifically. Next, I want to talk to you guys about party-specific notes. This is something that I often miss in my one-on-one demos with you guys when you're first getting started. If you have a specific client, I'm assuming you're either a TC working with an agent or an agent working with a client, and they have certain preferences or you have preferences for how you handle them, you can put them in the client specific notes and not in, like, for example, in my example here, I have Victoria likes to be called Vicky. She likes to be CC'd on every email in a transaction. Please always CC her. If you ended up doing this for all of your all of your contacts in your email rules will get really big. You can put your persona specific rules by going into parties under on the left here, like contacts, and then going into a specific person and then writing rules for them there. So then Ava will have the context of your email rules that are more broad across all your emails, blended with the rules that you've given for Victoria. You could also just use this as an old school notepad if you want to. Just know Ava can't see them. So if you want her to, she can always read that and pull that in. So recommend going in and customizing that if you haven't. That'll make your communication even more personalized to each client you're working with. Any questions? Nope, we're good. All right. Next, I want to talk to you guys about summary design. If you weren't at the last round table or town hall, whatever we called it, you can design your summary now. So you can go in and upload a logo like I have. You can pick a color scheme. You can pick the font. You can pick the colors and even choose what sections show. I have hidden the contact details. I know some people don't want email addresses just going out in a big PDF, so you can hide those. I've even hidden some of the additional property details I don't like. Customize your summaries, make them look like your brand, and send them out. They'll automatically populate with the deal info like they used to before, now just in your color scheme and your font. So you can do that. Yeah, big one. I know a lot of our TCs want, anybody can use this, but I know a lot of our TCs wanted to be able to connect multiple email integrations. Now you can connect as many inboxes as you'd like. And then when you are inside a deal, you can specify in the outbox which email to draft all your emails from. Accordingly, whichever signature you've attached will show up along with the email being drafted to from that email address. So in email, in signatures, you can pick a different signature for each email. And then in the draft from section, pick which email address you want all these emails to draft from by default. But don't worry, in case you do want to still switch, you can select the from field and switch who you're drafting from to.